the spiritual leader of Ambazonia. Welcome to the mind of King H. Ambazonia fears the enemy we must destroy in order to rise. In order for our state, Ambaland, to rise, we must destroy fear. We must look fear in the eyes. I say, fear, I conquer you. Beer, I conquer you. You are not the fear. Ambazonians should not be afraid of Paul Biya. Ambazonians should not be afraid of the French Cameroon military. Ambazonians should not be afraid of Franks or any other country in this world. We were created in the image of God. And as any human being, we have the right to survive. And as any other human being, we have the right to defend ourselves. We're people of freeborn. We're people with freedom given to us by our Creator. One thing that I've been advocating since I decided to get myself involved in the struggle of freedom of Ambazonian is that the freedom of Ambazonia depends on the people. The freedom of Ambazonia is the fight for the people of all English Cameroonians. So we need to create more civilian military groups, more gangs, to have control over our destiny. We must be involved in every step to defend our territory. We have 13 counties. Those 13 counties have the potential to grow and become 13 states that will represent Ambazonia. So in those 13 counties, the people of each county, from the northern zone to the southern zone, should create a military group. The groups that have been created so far are like this. We have the Ambazonian Defense Force, the ADF. We have the Tigers. We have the Ambazonian Warriors, Ambazonian Restoration Force, the Southern Cameroon Defense Force, SCDF, Amba Quinfons, Vipers. But more groups need to be created. More civilian military group needs to be created. Every citizen, every capable man running in the forest to join or help create a military group and fight the resistance against La République military. Every day we take out one military of La République du Cameroon, or 2, 3, or 4 in each county of Ambazonia. It's a step towards restoration of our independence. It's a step towards our freedom. Our ability to resist and fight La République stems from our frustration, from our anger, from our bitterness that we have gone through for the past 56 years. Think about the brothers you've lost, the sister, the aunt, the uncle, the grandmother, the entire Southern Cameroonians who have been killed since the beginning of the struggle, but for the past 56 years. How do you feel? Don't you feel angry? Aren't you bitter? Aren't you mad? Aren't you out of your mind? If you're going through all these emotions, you are acting like any normal human being, going through pain, going through anger. And the best thing to do is let that anger out to the people that are frustrating your life. To the military of La Republic, to the president of La Republic, to the ministers of La Republic, to CRTV that keeps spewing lies. To any French Cameroonian who is against our struggle, who is against our plight, who is against our survival as a people. One thing I saw lately was the speech or the interview that the president of Uganda made, where he said he loved President Trump. I, for one, don't give a damn about President Trump. But there's something that he said, and I support. Africa is a shithole. And he spoke frankly about that. And Africa is a shithole because of the leaders in Africa, because of how the government or the governing institutions of Africa rule Africa. Because the leaders are afraid of other nations. They are afraid of other countries. They're afraid of other continents, that they have to bow down. When India is hosting a meeting with the African leaders, all the African leaders just go there and bow. It's like they are going to see their master. India is a smaller country. Africa is a huge continent, a big continent, the second biggest continent in the world, with a population of 1.4 billion people. But in the eyes of India, we are weak. In the eyes of Asia, we are weak. In the eyes of Europe, we are weak. We are weak because our leaders are weak. We are weak because our leaders are scared to do what is necessary to make Africa great, to make the entire motherland great. And because of that, the African leaders, the African Union, the ambassadors who keep writing to President Trump or talking to President Trump to apologize, cannot even iron the issues that concerns Africans, like the one we're facing in La Republic de Cameroon, where we are being killed daily. The only thing African Union and ECOWAS or any other part of the regions of Africa says is, oh, dialogue. And they say dialogue because the West says dialogue. They don't want to get involved and do more. They don't want to get involved to straighten out the problem that we are facing. So in other words, we are on our own. We Southern Cameroonians, we Ambazonians, we are on our own. To survive, we will have to become stronger. To survive and thrive, we will have to work together. The northern zone and the southern zone are one, because we're colonized by the British. We've been through a lot. When we were part of Nigeria, we went through thick and thin. And when we are part of La Republic de Cameroon, we're going through thick and thin, going through hell. So we must work together and intensify the fight and take this fight to the enemy, French Cameroon. The entire French Cameroon territory is our enemy. We must think like that. We must see them as our enemies. They are not our friends. In order for us to survive this great battle and secure our independence, we must see them as our enemies so that we can have the courage, the guts, the ability to fight to the end and defeat them. After defeating them and we're in control of our land, of our state, of our country, then we can talk about other things. But as for now, all French Cameroonians are enemies of Ambazonian. More military groups in the 13 regions of Ambaland must be created. We must intensify this fight. To survive, we will have to think deep and act bold. To survive, we must support all our defense forces. All our defense forces. It doesn't matter if this war must take a year, 2, 3 years. We must see it to the end and we must win. Right now, as we speak, there's a battle going in Ekok. And many of the Republic's forces have been defeated. But I hope that the entire Ekok should be taken down by our forces, by our military defense forces. And we should control the entire of Ekok and use that as our ground defense forces, where we will have more military, train more military, and attack into the heart of Ambaland and take each town, each village, each region till we win this war. There is no stopping us. The African Union does not give a damn about Southern Cameroon. ECOWAS does not give a damn about Ambazonians. The United Nations does not give a damn about Ambazonians. The entire West does not give a damn about Ambazonians. As a matter of fact, they want to depopulate Africa. That has always been their strategy. That has always been their goal. To reduce the population of Africa. But we will survive and we will thrive because it has been ordained by God. Nothing will stop us. This is our time to rise. This is the time for us to look fear through and defeat fear. We must look Bia in the eyes and destroy his entire military forces. That is the ultimate goal. That is the only way forward. That is our dialogue until we secure independence. This is King Echu, the king of my people. Please share my video. Till next time.